Well, today I would like to share some common phrase for learning in English. First one is belong to. What is the meaning of belong to? Belong to actually we express this phrase when we want to express from where you from which place you are living. For example, I belong to in Bangladesh, and my friend he belongs to in India, and because he represent in India, he from India. So that the moment we also actually express the belong to, and I also it is a kind of representation. If we represent our job, if we represent our country, then we can express this. I belong to our family. You belong to your uh, company. So this is the time actually we can use this phrase. Anything else. If we just ask, you need extra things that we can easily express this phrase. Anything else you want to do? Anything else you want? Can you say anything else? So can you want any extra things? So in this, if we can change it, we can say, do you want anything else? Another one, nothing else. I don't want anything. I don't want anything, because we can express it by saying I don't like nothing else. If you want something, then you can say something else. If you say nothing else. So anything else, nothing else, and this is the important phrase for learning English. We also how we express 1 hour 30 minutes. So we can express this by saying the phrase, it is 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. 1 hour and a half. That means 1 hour 30 minutes. We can say it 1 hour and a half. I will come 1 hour and a half. So I will come 1 hour 30 minutes uh, after. So in this way you can express this time. 1 hour and 30 minutes needed to complete my work. So in this way you can say it. So next one is spend an hour. If we express a hour, that time we can say I did spend I actually spent an hour for doing this work. My friend he needs spend an hour. To pick up means when you want to select anything, you can say I have to pick up these things. My friend he pick up his this mobile phone. He has picked up this pen from library. So when we want to select anything, that we actually say pick up. So it is very interesting phrase. So next one is okay. Now along with means we when we accompany other, when we stay with other. In this for expressing these things, we can say we along with my friends, we along with my parents. If I stay with my parents, I can say I along with my parents. If I spend my time with my friends, I can say I get along with my friends. So it's very interesting phrase. Next one, instead of that means if we do not like anything, we can change it. We can call I like I like pen, but instead of I like pencil. So in this way you can express this. That means it's alternative. For another example, if I just say instead of buying books, I think that buying a uh, newspaper is very good. Instead of buying books, I think that newspaper is better. In this way we can just change. Instead of that means when we want to select any alternative things, that we can use instead of. Next one, last week that means which week which already passed. uh, Last week, before a week, that time we can express it last week. Last week I went my homeland. Last week we will do this work. We will this. Last week we will that work. So last week express before weeks, which already passed. With a week already passed, then we can express it last week. It's very interesting phrase. So next one, in the middle. In the middle, it is another interesting phrase. In the middle means it is not finish or it is not end. It is just middle. It is stand on middle portions. Now our project is in the middle. When we just express in the middle point, uh, for example, it is not end, but it is not finished. It is was just middle portions. That time we can express. Another example, I can say, I am studying in the middle. My course now in the middle. So it is nice. It is very interesting. Great. Other ones, at least, mane, I you have to pay at least 500 money. For example, it is a minimum amount. When we want to extract any minimum amount, minimum cost, minimum salary, minimum anything, I don't need much, but I need a little bit. That time we can extract at least. You have to pay at least 500 money. My friend, he says me that you have to pay at least 200 money, 500 money. At least you have to do this work, that work. It is kind of expression we can use it. Last one in the let me tell. If you want to find any permission from someone, that time we can use this phrase. You can say, let me tell something. Uh, well, let me tell something. I have to want to say something. If you want to get any permission from someone, okay, you can say. First, you have to say, you have to take a permission by saying, let me tell me something. It's very also interesting. Bestseller. Bestseller is a beautiful phrase. When we just say the book which is become very famous all over the world, that time we actually use this phrase. We say this book is a bestseller book. So because this book was sold all over the world and it earned much money. So and because this book is a very popular and well-known book, that's why we can express this book is a bestseller book. This radio this cassette is bestseller. This CD is a bestseller. This computer, this software is bestseller software. So in this way we can express this phrase. So next one is up to date. Up to date, that means latest. When we just express any latest things, new things which actually just innovated, and which technology just comes in our hand. That time we can say it is an up to date technology. It is an up to date machine. It is a up to date material. So we are now using. So it is very important. On a screen means when we uh, watch anything on using mobile phone or use any technology by using screen. That time we just say on a screen. I was watch movie on a screen. My friends, he saw me on a screen. So in this way we can express this phrase. I suppose, that means I think. I think its alternative is I suppose. I suppose you are a student. I suppose he's a good boy. I suppose he's not a good boy. I suppose I will a successful person. In this way we can express this. Go on. What is the meaning of go on? When we just don't stop any people for just for their continuous process. If any people he continues speaking and speaking, and if we don't and if he just interrupt, something we can say go on, don't stop. Or it means continue doing anything. If you continue to do anything, that time we can say go on, no, don't stop, go on. Okay, this is a very nice phrase. The next few years means after 2 or 3 years what will happen. After 2 or 3 years, if I find a job, I can expect this. Next few years I think that I will get a good job. So in this way we can expect this uh, phrase. So next one is in-depth study. In-depth study, when we concentrate more for any research, for any work, that time we express this in a depth study. Yesterday I concentrated my study, which was in depth. I like to I like to do in-depth study when I study anything. So when I just give my 100% concentration, that time we actually express this phrase. That so we can say I like to mm, give my 100%. Sorry, we can say I like to do in-depth study. I want to do research because I did in my depth study. I did my research because I did my depth study. So in-depth study, when you 100% concentration, 100% focus, that time you can use this phrase. So next one is all sorts of issues. This is a fantastic phrase. All sorts of issues. That means all lots of issues, a lot of problems, lot of thinking, lot of we can explain this by all sorts of issues. Is very nice phrase. I think that all sorts of issues is very interesting phrase. So next one is it is find out. Find out means when we want to search anything but we can't find anything. That time we just express I have to find out these things. I have because if I don't find out, that means if I cannot find it, then I will feel guilty. I will feel unhappy. So yesterday I was finding out my problems. Yesterday government Bangladesh government have to find out the problems why traffic jam is happens. Just like this, we can express this phrase. So on. Okay, it's a brain on. Okay, I think something else. Anything else? Nothing. As I said it earlier, it's very interesting. So a well known is very interesting phrase. A well known. That means famous, popular. If any people are popular, if anything's famous, then we can say he's a well known person. This book is a well known book. My I'm a well known person, and here this building is a well known building. So in this way, we can explain. Well known, that means popular building, famous anything like that. We can express by a well known. Very nice phrase. Day-to-day business. Day-to-day business. Day-to-day business. It is also very nice phrase. Day-to-day business means when we do a job continuously, where by doing this job we survive ourselves, we earn much money. That time we can express this phrase day-to-day business. For example, a fisherman in our village, they catch fish every day because it is their day-to-day business. The shoppers in our local area, they uh, sell different type of vegetables, fruits, lots of things because it is their day-to-day business. So it is very nice phrase. The next one is prepared for. Prepared for when we want to give our examinations. That time we just take preparations. So in this way we can express it. I am prepared for my exam. I am prepared for my next uh, Bible. That's kind of the thing we can. Sometimes we can ask any question. Are you prepared for your exam? Yeah, I'm not prepared for my exam. Prepared for means when we are preparing, when we are preparing to give my our job or next interview. That time we can express this phrase by saying, I am prepared for my exam. Yeah, my friend, he is not prepared for exam, but I am prepared. Well, that means I am preparing for my next exam. And so next one is too often. Too often means which is too much. Too much sound, too much things, too much talkative, too much disturb. This the kind of situation we just find that time we express too much. Too much means more than things. So if we just see that there are lots of sounds, actually this sound is too much. But it's many sound. We cannot tolerate it. It's so much. It's like a disturbing sound. we just express like this disturbing sound, that time we can express this is too much sound, it is too much music, I don't like it. So this is a very interesting phrase, we can learn it. So too much, a common cause, a common cause, a common cause, that means a cause which is very general. Most of the people know this cause, is well-known cause, that time we can express common cause. I think that pollution is a common cause. I think that the lack of money, actually traffic jam is a common problem, common cause for just overpopulations. So common cause is a general cause, the cause which we know all of the people. Another example I can say common cause, it is um, uh, working, uh, people become fat because they eat unhealthy food. It is the common cause for unhealthy, for becoming fat, becoming to become by suffer by the obesity. The common cause is eating too much food, eating unhealthy food, eating junk food. That time we can express with a common cause. We know that uh, for uh, for eating unhealthy food and eating junk food, it is a common cause for obesity. This kind of the expression we can use a common cause. So a common cause, then then according to means means when we just express uh, other researchers opinions, the name of the researcher, we can say this says according to Mr. Jafar Iqbal, this opinion is according to our prime ministers, according to my, who the person who say any things, his other person's status, other person opinion. Another way you can say, mm, uh, this this building was constructing according to our local ministers. So in this way, according to, we can express this. It is nice. So according to, instead of that means, if you want to do anything, but you can do another things. It means alternative. Instead of means alternative things. For example, I want to. For example, I want to do work. I want to do. I think that I can do. I think that I can work hard. So instead of means alternative, you can find it. If it's okay, according to instead of a long time is another very interesting thing. A long time, for a long period of time. A long time ago, I was a student. A long time ago, uh, I worked hard. A long time ago, I read a books. A long time ago, I um, went abroad. A long time ago, because it's a 110 5 50 years before. It's before 50 years, before 10 years, 5 years. We can say a long time ago. So it's very interesting. So next one is a long time, less than half. So it's not so much important. I think that even though it is very important phrase, even though even though he's brilliant, but he's not honest. Even though this person is a good person, but sometimes he speaks false. Even though I work hard, but I cannot success, I cannot make a good result. So even though insist insisting on that means if you continue to work hard, if you don't stop for anything else, that time you can express I was insisting on my job, I was insisting on my work, I don't quit my job, I don't stop my job for any moment, for any things. I was, because I was insisting on my job, I was continuously doing my job. That time we express this. phrase, insisting on. So insisting on, very very nice, very nice. Okay. uh, likely to, that means possibility. It actually which if you just it this problem, I think that it likely to be happen. That means it has possibility for happen. Another way you can say, I think that he will come because it will likely to I will um, health if you do not do exercise, it's likely to happen. It's more, it is likely to become you are it is likely to become disease. You are by victim by the health. If you do not work hard, it is likely to you fail your exam. So likely to means possibility. Possibility means likely to. It is another way you can say this. Okay, nice. Likely to. Next one is on the opposite side. On the opposite side, I think that it is a one side. No, no, we can say it is the opposite side. That means there are two sides. First side, when just express, when we have to express opposite side. There are because, for example, first side we just express this, then we have to express another side. Then when we just express another side, then we just say on the opposite side. On the opposite side, this is called opposite side. So next one is on the opposite side. Okay, insist on likely to on the opposite side. Throughout the festival I was searching this thing, but I cannot find this thing. Throughout the festivals, it was enjoying, it was exciting, it was, I would say, it was one of the wonderful things. Throughout the year I work hard, but I cannot find my success. Throughout the year, my friends contact contact me, but I could not respond. uh, it is not good. So it is a very interesting phrase. The next one is, I think that too early. Too early means when we just complete anything which is too early. For example, we our generally we just complete any our course 3 months, but if we complete a course 2 months or 1 month, we can say I completed my course 1 month, which needed generally 3 months. It was too early because we just completed our work within a short period of time. It doesn't needed long period. Generally, most of people take long period of time, but took I took a short period. But that means I completed within a period. Within a, that's what